But yeah, if you wrap up here, I know we're right on the time here, but I want to hear quickly, if you don't mind, your take on one, what happened to Willis, and kind of what's your approach to the quarterbacks in this class? Because you had Pickett, believe it, quarterback 4 or 5, if I'm looking at it right here. Quarterback 4. He ended up going the only first-round quarterback, really the only one starting and looking like a starter as a year one guy. And Willis, the guy is my number 1 quarterback entering the draft. No idea what happened to him. Kind of what's your take? What happened here?
Yeah, I'm still stunned about what happened to Malik Willis. And nobody really has explained it to me adequately. Like the NFL didn't expect it to happen. This is self-apparent because Malik Willis would not have been in the green room if they could have, right? Like they wouldn't have brought him there if they didn't think he was going to go in the first round. By the way, if Kenny Pickett had gone above 20, I think Malik Willis would have been the 20th pick. So it's some of this stuff is just sliding doors. Some of it's just circumstantial and stuff like that. And, one thing happens and then all of a sudden the stuff starts going one way and whatnot. And stuff ends up happening. But like the way that I see Malik Willis, it has not changed. My take on that prospect, it remains the exact same. I think that the Titans got one of the great steals that I've seen in the draft. And I think he is going to be great in the NFL. Now, what I said in the pre-draft process, it still stands. And I think this is the one thing that you can explain for the reason that he dropped. He has to sit in year one. That just is the case. There's a risk aversion in the NFL. And the other thing, where the difference between my job and people picking in the NFL is when you're picking in the NFL, you want to succeed, right? Your job is dependent on, like this coming year, right? Like the short term or whatever. Sometimes you don't want to have to wait for a guy or whatever because your job might be on the line. Whereas mine's not. Like it's easy for me to say like, oh, take him because he's gonna, if he just learns to read the quarters, coverage or whatever, he's gonna be a star after that. That's a part of it. But like Malik Willis found the absolute perfect situation, right? Sit behind Tannehill for a year, learn how to read the quarter coverage, stuff like that. And then after that, you have this perfect situation where it's, you got Derrick Henry, you have this fully fleshed out wide receiver core already around you. You have a really good organization. It's a really, really good situation. But yeah, he does have stuff to learn. There's also stuff with the footwork and the technique and stuff like that. But just as far as the physical tool set, it's absolutely ridiculous. You just don't see guys that have the arm strength that he does, the athleticism that he has, and stuff like that come into the draft. You just don't.
Michael Vick comp. I mean, that's pretty hardy right there. And Michael Vick wasn't long ago where he was just a fantasy cheat code. So Willis falling very far in rookie drafts now. People think, he's never going to play all that. I think he's definitely one of those guys. If you have a decent quarterback core and you can wait 1-2 years, especially the way you're saying, like could be a cheat code, especially getting him round 3 in rookie drafts now type of take him.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. The fact that people are out on him, I would be grabbing him in every single fantasy draft that I possibly could. I'd take the gift. And what risk do you have in the 3rd round? I mean, people trade 3rd round dynasty, picks like they're 6th round NFL draft picks, like they're nothing. Like take Malik Willis in the 3rd. If he doesn't pan out, who cares? But like if he does, again, you have a cheat code going for it, or especially if it's like a super flex league, grab him in every single draft that you possibly can.
Love it. Love the take. Love all the takes, Thor. This was such a blast being able to catch up with you here and your takes on some of the most crucial rookie draft day decisions. Do you mind just letting our listeners one more time know where to find your work and anything you'd like to promote?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find me on Twitter at ThorKU, and you can find my professional work at NBC Sports Edge.
Awesome. Well, thanks again so much for being so generous with your time. Really appreciate having you on again. It's always a blast.
Appreciate you, brother. Good seeing you again.
Good to see you too. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.